Hi, this is James.
And this is Tina.
Welcome to
Whatever Topics.
where we'll be talking about
Anything, whatever pops into our head's gonna pop out of our mouth.
Hope you enjoy the show. Hello, Tina.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 6 of Whatever Topics.
Yay. 6.
Yeah, we got past the first month, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And we even got some listeners.
Oh, hot diggity dog.
Yo, today's kind of a draggy day. We don't have a whole lot to talk about, but we're going to make up for it, here in a minute, because we're going to, we got a few things to talk about. I'm going to talk about Facebook.
And then we talk about hurricane and tornadoes and my kitty cat. And of course, the joke of the day.
Yeah, there we go. That ought to do it.
That'll work.
All right, so I think the first thing I want to talk about is Facebook.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little upset with them.
A little?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, give me a break, Facebook. What are you doing to us?
Making us all nuts?
You scroll down through your page and you see something interesting. And you say, okay, I'm going to come back and read that. And you scroll down a little bit more and you see something else that's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look at this and then I'll come back to the other. Well, you go and look at it, and it's not as interesting as you thought it'd be. So you go back and you go look for the first one that you was wanting to see. Where is it? It's gone.
It went into the black hole of Facebook.
It is gone. I'm telling you. Well, I got a way around that. When you see something interesting, save it.
About the only way to do it.
Either that or write down the name of whoever posted it and go to their page and look for it.
Right.
Now, sometimes these things, they're the original person that posted it might have been, say, in November 2017.
Yeah.
And somebody dug it up and posted it.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a video, that's easy. You just go to that person's page, go to their videos, and look up the dates. They're all dated. But the post themselves, you'd be scrolling there for a whole day if you had to go scroll for a post that was dated that far back. I just want to know where they go. Doesn't make any sense to me why they disappear like that. And there's sometimes I'll see 2 posts on my page, and I'll scroll all the way down, and there'll be maybe 20 posts altogether on that page. 2 of them belong to somebody else, and all the rest of them's mine that I posted all week. I don't want to see my post. I know what I posted. Oh boy, I'm telling you. What are we going to do about it? You can't do anything about it, but that's one thing that you can do about it. Save the post.
Mm-hmm.
Go to it from there.
And if you want to see more posts, follow people. Don't unfollow them.
There's some people I don't want to follow.
Well, then you're never going to see their post.
What was that one that said, I've got all kinds of stuff to say on Facebook, but there's too many relatives to post it?
Uh-huh.
I got a good one out of that. A lot of people said, post it anyway.
Yeah. And if you don't want something out in the open, don't ever post it on Facebook. Nobody needs to know all your drama.
That's right. Yeah.
And believe me, you could go back and delete it, but it's still going to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, because if somebody copied it and kept it in their file, they could repost it.
Yeah, think about it before you post it, because you might regret it later and it might just bite you in the butt.
Okay, I think I blew enough of that one.
You think?
I don't know. But anyway, that was my idea of how to go back to something and find it.
There you go. It works.
I'm seeing posts on my feed that I posted last week.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to my homepage, or what is it? It's the homepage.
The homepage.
And see it there if I want to remember what I've seen. I don't need to do it on my feed.
No.
I don't think it should stay on your feed.
No.
So anyway, that's Facebook for you.
Well, social media is made to make you crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah. All right, what do you got?
Oh, no. You ever been in a tornado?
Nope.
Oh, you ever been close to one?
I've seen them in Oklahoma when I was driving a truck. I've been going down the road and you'd see them up ahead crossing the highway.
Wow, yeah.
You have to slow down or speed up to fit in with it.
Yeah, and hope you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, and if it's farther out coming at you, you speed up.
Yeah.
If it's already close to the road, you slow down, let it go on by. Nighttime was the hardest part because you can't see them at night.
Oh, I know. I hate nighttime tornadoes. Those are so scary.
Every radio station in Oklahoma's got a weather report, if in the bad weather like that. And they tell you where it's at, exactly where it's at. But if you're not from Oklahoma, you don't know where you are.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I can tell you 3 stories that scared me. The first one, we were on our way to Florida, and there was a tornado warning. We had no idea where it was.
Wait a minute. You're in Florida. Where was you when you...
We were living in Texas at the time.
Oh,
we were coming to Florida for vacation.
Okay.
Now that that's cleared up. Yeah, we were living in Texas, and we were coming to Florida. And we look up, and it's really dark and nasty looking ahead of us. Well, the next thing we see is these big trash cans and stuff from gas stations flying across the road. And trees start just breaking. You talk about somebody scared being on the road, your car's shaking, and you see all this stuff flying. Well, we kind of stopped a little bit and let that one go by before we went. And that was my first experience with one. My second one was, I was living in Texas still, and of course it's nasty looking outside, and the wind starts picking up really, really bad. And the next thing we hear is this big boom. Well, we're in the house. We stayed there until it was all over. We went outside, and our back porch had lifted completely off the ground and flipped upside down onto the roof of our house.
Wow.
You talk about scary after the fact. I mean, we were scared during, but you see that afterward. That's really frightening. And then my third and last experience with one, I was living in Kansas. We were living on a military base. And at noon, it was like pitch black outside, almost like midnight. And the lightning was so bad that it looked like a giant strobe light. We hear the sirens going off, and I said, okay, you know what? I got to take the kids down into the basement. Well, my daughter was standing by the window, and she bumped her head on the window, and when she did, all the lights went out. And we're sitting here in the dark, freaking out. So I'm grabbing them, running them down the basement, telling them, you know what? We're going to play a game down here for a little while. I think I was more scared than they were, but they're kids. They didn't know any different. So we sat down there for probably about 35 minutes until it was all over, and we went back up. Luckily, when we went out, we didn't see a whole lot of damage or anything, but the storm itself was horrendous. It just scared the crud out of you.
I know when you came to Ohio, first thing you asked is, do you have a basement?
Do you have a basement or a cellar? Yep.
I said, well, see, I'm living on the second floor. It's a 2-story. And there was a basement there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, we got a basement. And I'd take you outside and open that big old door out in the backyard there. And you looked at me like, what? What's this?
Yeah, it's because that's not something I was used to. I'm used to the ones that were inside the house. You go down the stairs. You didn't have
this was under the house, but it had the outside, like these old scary movies.
Right.
With the door that swings open.
Yeah, we had to walk outside to get to it.
So we went down there and had a flashlight. Couldn't find no light switch. I don't think we ever found the light switch.
No.
And we went down there with the flashlight and shining around. Nothing but cobwebs down there. I don't think anybody's ever been in that basement.
I don't either. I mean, I really don't.
And I think it had a dirt floor.
Uh-huh.
That's the only time. I was only in that basement one time when you was there.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I thought of, because I know how Ohio is and Kansas and all them, fun tornado-ridden states.
Now, Ohio has some tornadoes. They'll throw the warnings out there. There's a siren outside of town.
Mm-hmm. I heard it go off a time or two.
Yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah.
The time I've been there, and never seen one.
Yeah, thank God for that. That's all I could say.
Never seen a tornado. We got high winds. I mean, to me, high winds was 60 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And that's about the most we ever got out there. Maybe,
oh yeah, they got nasty.
Maybe 70 at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but And that didn't do anything.
No, surprisingly, it really didn't. I mean, it might have knocked a couple trees over, but that was it.
Down here in Florida, you get a 30-mile-an-hour wind. People are out there tying everything down.
I don't know. During hurricane season, a lot of people like to sit out on their balconies and have hurricane parties. Tell me how stupid those people are. But then again, I became a Florida. I guess I became a Floridian when Irma came through.
That was, yeah. You're not a Floridian until you've rode through a hurricane.
A real hurricane.
And that's my first one. First anything, that was dangerous. Never seen a tornado. Never seen a cyclone. What's that other one?
Twisters, blizzards.
Yeah. Now blizzards. I've been in a couple blizzards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not not really that bad. But
Irma was fun though. Being your first hurricane, it was almost a 5.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we was living in a motorhome.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran over to your mom's house.
Yeah.
Because they've got a house that it was designed to withstand a 5.
A 5.
And then they reinforced it more.
Right.
So if there was a 8, it would probably withstand that too.
I think what saved us a lot, though, was a lot of the trees around here blocked quite a bit of the wind. But
a lot of them trees wasn't standing when it hurt.
That's true.
When it went through.
What was scary is when we were on the back porch and you could hear the tornadoes zipping through the hurricane in the back.
Oh, yeah. Sounded like a train going through.
Yeah, a whole different sound. You knew when a
Florida
tornado
don't
came
have
through.
trains.
No. I mean, you knew when that tornado came through because it was a different wind sound.
Right.
And that was a little scary.
I'll back that up a little bit. Southern Florida doesn't have any trains.
Yeah.
I don't know about up north.
Florida does have trains. They're just not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a train station here years and years before I ever got here.
Right.
But they hadn't had one of them in a long time.
So we sitting out there on the porch, and it's coming through, We was in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We was in the wall, the hurricane. We was in the wall of it. And when it started coming through, I mean, your ears popping like you're in an airplane.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, man. And the screened-in porch with all the pine trees
Mm-hmm.
and everything around. When it was over with, there was pine needles sticking through the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging in the screen there. That was kind of scary. But finally we decided, well, we better go in.
Yeah. About the time we heard the back porch pop loose.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like it did.
It actually did when we
Did
went
it?
back and looked. Yeah.
Okay, so when we went back in, we opened up the door and got in, and the door like to busted us in the butt behind us because of the air pressure.
Yep. It was scary. It was interesting, though.
And what did we lose? What was it? 130 mile an hour? Was it 130 or 140?
I know
somewhere
it was
in
really
there,
high
135, winds. Something like that. The wind speed, and the only thing that got, well, it rooted up some trees.
Oh yeah, rooted up quite a few.
Rooted up some trees, but there by the motorhome, we had a picnic table, and I had an empty motor oil can sitting on the table, and it was laying on the ground, just right off, like somebody just went up there and pushed it off on the ground.
Yeah.
Had a trash can, and it was empty, and it just laid over.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's all the damage there was around the motorhome.
Which is really funny considering how heavy those winds were.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 130 to 135, somewhere in there.
I would have expected a whole lot more than just that.
But you could stand there on that porch even with the screen, and then you could feel it moving you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pop of the porch scared me. That's when we all turned around to go in, and then we'll sit here a little longer.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did a little bit longer, and then, well, you know what? That's enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and the tornado, if it wasn't for all the trees in the side of us, or the back, we could have seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was that close. You could hear it.
Oh, yeah.
So we know we've been through hurricanes and tornadoes now.
So that was just about a Category 5. It was 4 3/4, something like that.
Yeah, about 4 3/4.
Yeah, it was.
Come real close to being a 5.
Yep. So anyway, that was my experience. That first year we was down here, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we was worried about that motorhome, and the only thing we lost was the motor oil can.
Now we did end up with a whole lot more leaks in it, though.
Oh yeah, there was some leaks. I imagine it did twist and turn a little bit, but we got everything strapped down. You know,
Yeah.
I mean that was strapped down. I think with 6 straps. And anytime you try to blow into something that's got the straps on it, it's still going to twist in between, you know, or whatever.
It did.
What we're in now is a 32-foot travel trailer, and we've only got 4 straps on it, but we put them where they suggested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Florida's real nice about it. You ask them something about, you know, safety of a hurricane or something, people will talk to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing when I come down here. I was wanting to change the oil in my car. Well, up north, you know, I was putting 30 weight oil in it, 20 W40, you know, if for winter and summer. So I get down here and I don't know what to put in it because it's always summer here. It's like
pretty much,
and really hot in the summertime and hot in the winter and really hot in the summer. There you go. So I went to a place where they change the oil and I asked him what they suggest for oil in Florida, and he says 10 weight. To me, 10 weight is so thin. But I said, okay, so I bought it and put it in there, and it surprised me, you know, because you'd think 30 weight would be a little bit thicker, and in the heat it would thin down a little more, you know, but I don't understand oil anyway, so I
was going to say, I'm not an oil expert.
Right. But we got a Dodge Durango 4-wheel drive that we bought a year before we come down here. Our winter, we bought it a winter before we came down here because I used it one winter.
Yeah, you did.
And it got me back and forth to work. And then when we come down here, I thought, what do I need it for? So we went out to this road that was all sand, and I played with it.
Yeah.
I said, what is this? And it didn't go nowhere, you know, spinning in the sand. I kicked it in 4-wheel drive and like to broke my neck to when it took off like a jet.
Yeah, we have sugar sand here. It don't work real well with a regular car.
Yeah. So anyway, just a little bit. Well, we've been here 5 years, almost. Over 4.5. December would be 5 years. We came down here and we got married. And people say, "You what? Where?"
Oh, are you going to tell people where we got married?
I'm going to tell people where we got married.
Tell people where we got married.
We got married at the UPS store.
Yes, we did. It was so fancy.
It was. Yeah, we walked in and they said to be here about closing time. And we got there about, 15 minutes before they closed.
Mm-hmm.
And about 5 minutes later, the woman says, well, I'm going to go ahead and close early. There ain't nobody coming in. So we got married with the person that run that store. That was pretty cool. We got some pictures of it. And we needed a witness. And she says, I'll be right back. And she walked out the store and left us in the store that was, you know... She come back about 5 minutes later and she says, okay, we all done. I got the 2 witnesses to sign from the people next door.
But they never came over.
No, they never came over, but they was a witness to it, I guess.
Yep.
And it was cool. Didn't play no music, none, but we had our rings. We, you know, had the ring thing. I'll never do that again.
You darn right you won't. Not as long as I'm alive.
Oh,
I done told you, you're stuck with me, like it or not.
There you go. So yeah, we're doing good. So
aren't you glad I didn't want a big wedding, a fancy cake, a fancy dress, and all that thing?
Oh, you had to find a fancy man to get it for you.
Shit, ain't none of them around here worth anything.
You had to go all the way to Ohio to find one.
I sure did. Dadgum.
But you know, I don't know. Ohio was a nice place to live, and Illinois was a nice place to live. And I lived in both places probably 20 years each. Maybe a little longer in one place than the other. But Florida, I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. I found out that in Florida, you stay inside in the summertime and you get out and do things in the winter. The wintertime down here is like 78 degrees all winter.
Mm-hmm.
It might get down. Sometimes it might get down overnight to what, 40. You know?
I think one year it actually got down to like 26 for 2 days.
Well,
That was it. That was our whole
Who couldn't
winter.
handle that?
That was our whole winter. 2 days worth of 26
Uh-huh.
degrees.
But summertime, I mean, like the other day, it was 88 degrees, feels like 106.
Uh-huh.
Now figure that one out.
The humidity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a whole lot different here.
And it gets up to 96. I don't think has it ever hit 100? I can't remember.
I did. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. When it hits 100, feel like temperature doesn't make no difference anyway.
No, it don't.
So that's hot.
No.
And it rains all summer. I mean, every day you could set your watch by the rain.
Pretty much.
Except it's like the daylight savings time. It keeps going back and back and back.
Mhm.
When it first starts out, it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, and
Yeah.
then a couple days later it's 4 o'clock, and a couple days later 2 o'clock. Next thing you know, you're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning with thunderstorms.
Yeah, and there's the occasional time you have the 3 times a day
All right,
thunderstorms.
yeah. You pretty much have to empty the rain gauge every other day,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what's 5 inches? I think 5 inch rain gauge.
Yeah, summertime is a horrible time of the year. It's mosquitoes and rain for
Yeah.
5 to 6 months out of each year.
Yeah. Wintertime, it's snakes and
No, not much, just snakes.
snakes. Yeah.
They come out of the woods to lay out in the sun.
Yep. Pythons, rattlesnakes, black snake.
Corn snakes,
Yeah.
all kinds of different snakes.
So anyway, it's got its ups and got its downs.
Yeah, although it has more downs to me than it's got ups.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Florida at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I first moved here in '96, and the 3 years that I moved out here to go to Ohio was the happiest times I had, and then I moved back here and I hate it.
Right.
I really do, and I can't help it. I just don't like Florida at all.
It's taken me longer to get used to Florida than it took me to get used to retirement.
Yeah,
I mean, it took me maybe 6 months to get used to that,
yeah,
and I'm still almost used to Florida, and it's been 4.5 years.
yeah. Well, I don't think I'll ever like it.
There's something about it. I don't know if it's because I'm used to not seeing that far. Or Florida, you can see the long ways. It's more of a flat, low area. Where Ohio is more of a high, hilly, forestry type place.
Well, in other states, I should say other worlds, you don't have to worry about having solid rain for 6 months out of a year either.
Right.
And you actually have colors, and you actually have seasons in other places, not here.
Now it's either green or brown.
That's it. Oh, now you might have a yellow and orange if you plant trees or flowers. They
Oh.
got trees of different colors and flowers, but it's mainly green and brown.
I haven't seen too many of them driving down the road.
No, you don't. It's
Yeah.
bleh.
You have to plant them and look at them in your own yard.
Yep, pretty much.
Hey, I was talking the other night or last week about the old times, and I came up with. I'm sitting here thinking, how many people did I know when I was a kid? I knew quite a few of them, old people, like we are now.
I'm not old.
Well, no, but when you're 12, 10 years old, that's old.
Well, that's true.
So anyway, these are some of the names when I was 10. They were probably in their late 60s or 70s. And this is the names that they had back then. And I named some of them here. This one has got his full name because it was different than 2 of them. I got their full name. But most of them was like Green, like Campbell. Normal names for last names. Most of them was Greens back then. There's a green. I think it should have been called Greenville.
There you go.
But here's a list of some of the names. Dewey.
Dewey?
Yeah, his last name was Cobb.
Ah.
Dewey Cobb. Bertha.
My grandmother's name was Bertha.
There you go. So you know how old that is.
Yeah?
Irvin.
Irvin, okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you what Irvin's last name is. Rapp.
Rapp?
R-A-P-P. Irvin Rapp.
There you go.
Doak.
Doak.
Yep.
That's one I've never heard.
Yeah. Orly.
That's another one I've never heard.
Lola.
I've heard that one.
And her last name was Whitlock. And wasn't very many Whitlocks back there.
How about a Elgin?
Elgin.
I knew a guy named Elgin.
Sounds like a country.
Sounded like
Oh,
a
that's
gas
Belgium.
station to me. Yeah, his name was Elgin Poole.
Okay. And then there's Betsy.
Oh, yeah. And Bessie.
Bessie, yeah.
Emma Mae Isabel.
How about Eula?
I know that name. I've heard a name like
Yeah.
that.
So that was just a list of some of the people I know. I can't remember everybody's name, from back then.
No, me neither.
But Radney Rowden.
Wow, what a name.
She was a fortune teller.
Okay.
Oh, she could read your cards.
There you go.
She told me I was gonna travel the world and I was gonna marry a black-headed woman.
Did you do either one of them?
Yeah, I was in the service and I traveled the world.
And you drove a truck for a while.
Yeah.
Let's see, traveling the world.
Well, that's just the States.
Well,
But the service, see, I wasn't even thinking about that.
yeah,
I traveled the world.
You did.
On the ship. And you used to have black hair.
no, my hair's always been brown.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Well, that's another story.
It's always been dark brown, and now it's gray.
That's
I know what you was thinking. Now
Okay.
it's gray.
So anyway, yeah, gray and brown makes black, doesn't it?
No.
Oh. Black and gray makes brown? I don't know.
Oh, you better quit while you're ahead.
I quit.
Okay.
But I always thought, first I always thought was the girl lived up the road from us, Joyce. She had black curly hair.
Oh, you're with the wrong person.
And fortune tellers don't know what they're doing, But that's what I thought it was when she said that. And travel the world. I thought she meant, that I was going to be a truck driver.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Dark black hair.
Yeah.
You traveled the world. She had black hair.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
And she came from around the world.
See,
All
she
right.
was somewhat
Yeah.
right
All
away.
right. Yeah, that was it.
She didn't say you'd stay with her forever, but she was right.
Yeah, that was right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess how much time we got left?
How much?
None.
I can't tell my joke.
Go ahead.
I gotta have my joke of the day.
Last joke.
Okay, here's my joke of the day. A mother and her son are flying Southwest Airlines from Kansas City to Chicago. The little boy who had been looking out the window turned to his mother and asked, "If big dogs have baby dogs and big cats have baby cats, why don't big planes have baby planes?" The mother, who couldn't think of an answer, told her son, "Go talk to the flight attendant." So the boy went down the aisle and asked the flight attendant, "If big dogs have baby dogs and big cats have baby cats, why don't big planes have baby planes?" The busy flight attendant smiled and said, "Did your mother tell you to ask me that?" The boy says, "Yes, she did." "Well then, you go and tell your mother that there are no baby planes because Southwest Airlines always pulls out on time. Have your mother explain that to you."
No way.
Yep.
Oh boy, somebody's gonna get fired.
Uh-huh.
Ah man. Okay.
Joke of the day. That worked.
That was joke of the week.
Okay.
Okay, so hey, we're gonna get out of here, and hope you enjoyed the show. We're gonna try to dig up something a little different next week. I don't know what, but you notice we didn't have our commercial in there today, so yeah, the squirrel got a sore throat.
Oh, was that why?
Yeah, the vet said he was talking too fast.
Maybe he'll be better next week.
Yeah, he might be. So anyway, this is James and Tina, and we will talk to you all later. Well, I don't know what to say.
See ya. We'll go with that. See ya.
Okay, and go, yeah, giddy up.
No. Enjoy your week and your weekend and all that stuff.
All right, see us back here after next Saturday.